Grandma's house. Grandma's house is full of warmth. Hugs, family, and fresh baked cookies embrace me at the door. Grandma's house is full of laughter. Family stories being told, everyone enjoying the new and the old. Grandma's house is full of love. Sitting on her lap, sharing butterfly kisses and big warm hugs. Grandma's house is full of music. Dancing in circles on top of Grandma's feet while Elvis sang the blues. Grandma's house is full of hushed whispers from the grown-ups. Grandma's not well. She has breast cancer. Grandma's house is full of sadness, cancer, sorrow, loss. I miss the laughter, the music, the warmth, and the love. Grandma's house was full of warmth, full of laughter, full of music, full of love, and full of memories. My grandma, Mary Dolores Goff Thomas, was born in St. Louis, Missouri, October 10th, 1917. She was the oldest of five. Her dad was a diesel engineer, which brought them to the small town of Muskogee, Oklahoma, where she met and married Albert Julius Thomas in 1936. My family and I would go visit my grandparents at least once a month and on holidays. Grandma would always be watching for us to pull in the driveway, no matter how late we got there, and we were always welcomed with hugs. The next morning we would have pancakes and make snickerdoodle cookies. There was always something cooking on the stove and lots of good stuff to eat. During our stay, my cousins, aunts, uncles, and great-grandparents would come to Grandma's house. We would all sit around and listen to stories of the past and stories about what was happening in the present. We would all be laughing and having a great time. I remember sitting on Grandma's lap, laughing as she tickled me. Then I would say, "Grandma, give me a butterfly kiss." So we would give each other butterfly kisses and then hug each other really tight. I loved her very, very much. I would visit in the summertime by myself and we would have so much fun. Grandma was a musician at birth. Her daddy, my great-grandpa Goff, was a fiddle player. He won the Oklahoma State Fiddle Contest in 1936 and 1938. Grandma played the violin and piano. Her brothers played the fiddle, the guitar, and the bass. I remember Saturday nights my grandparents and parents would go to the Elks Club to dance. There would always be music playing in the den. She would come into the den looking so beautiful and ask me to dance. Of course, I never said no. She would have me put my feet on hers and we would dance around the room to some of her favorites, like Elvis. One day, the grown-ups started talking in quiet voices, so my sisters and I couldn't hear what they were saying. I remember Grandma having to come into the city to go to the doctor. She didn't look sick, but she had a sickness no one could see on the outside, only on the inside. She had cancer. It was hard to see my grandma like this, but she never complained. She only lived a year after she was diagnosed. This past October 2020, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was diagnosed at the same age that my grandma passed away. I have 5 grandkids, so at first I had all these thoughts. Would I be here to see my grandkids grow up? Would I be here to see my last 2 children get married? Would I be here to grow old? All these thoughts were going through my head, but I prayed to God and asked Him to give me peace through this trial of my life, and He did. I have a clean bill of health and am enjoying my grandchildren. God is so good all the time, and all the time God is good. In loving memory of my grandma, Mary Dolores Goff Thomas, October 10, 1917 to March 8, 1974.